like it's such a cultural thing too, right? Because like I have the same thing. You know, my family, like we're eating Asian food, Caribbean food, we have the North American stuff. I think it's really like one of those personal decisions that somebody they have to want that themselves already, and then you can kind of do it with them. I find it a really difficult thing because like food is it's such a personal choice, you know, and I find that people, if you try to convince them of something, they're almost like a bit more apprehensive. Yeah. And now I think people are starting to take care of themselves a little bit more. They're paying attention to the ethics of the companies that are producing foods. They're paying attention to who's doing what with their ideas. And I think people really have to buy into ownership's ideas and methodologies behind how they run their companies. And what a different and unique time, you know, because I haven't seen people be so observant of companies and holding people accountable for what they're doing. And you know, it's eye-opening to me as well, you know, because as a restaurateur, I was always like, you know, work really hard and do your best to ensure that we're doing good business. But I think it's more than just that now, and I think it's a great way to live. The autumn pie is one of the first ones that jumped to my mind because it was that whole dish of, you know, whether you're cooking for 2 people or you're cooking for 10 people, you know, like it's one of those dishes where it's not that much more work to do a larger batch.
I want to show you how to make one of my favorite recipes, Jamaican curry autumn cottage pie. Start off with sweating some onions. I'm adding impossible plant-based meat. If you haven't tried it, you gotta give it a taste. You'll swear it's ground beef. Next up, garlic. So I wanted to make my version of Jamaican cottage pie. Big flavors. If you want anything to taste Caribbean, Jamaican specifically, add pimento, fresh thyme, and Scotch bonnet. Some oyster sauce for umami kick, dark soy sauce for color, a bit of panko crumbs for texture, and some chicken stock to bring it all together. Next step, curry root vegetables. Start off with onions, garlic, Jamaican curry powder, turmeric, butter for richness, carrots, sweet potato. And I'm gonna curry this with some coconut milk and chicken stock. Let this simmer nice and gentle. Let all those curry flavors meld. My root vegetables are soft. Now I'm layering it on top. Don't be shy, get a little of that curry sauce on there too. I slice these potatoes thin and evenly and punch them into rounds. Next up, layer them. Brush it with some butter and pop it in the oven. And there we have it, Jamaican curry cottage pie made with impossible plant-based meats.